My family to see so many friends, neighbors, residents of the 6th District, friends that I've known for a long time, friends that I just met today, who have come out for us on this day. It's a very special day, and this means a lot. As all of you know, we have been working hard over the course of the last 9 months, campaigning for this new 6th District State Senate seat. And what everybody keeps telling me is, Ernie, you're doing it the right way. And it's showing, and people are noticing. One of the most meaningful things to me has been the support that we have been able to generate from the ground up. It has been a grassroots campaign from the beginning, and the tremendous amount of support that we have been receiving has been so meaningful to myself and to my family. Before I say anything else, I really want to take a moment and thank Walter and Jenny Hopkins. I've known Walter and Jenny for a long time, and many of you have as well. As many of you know, my wife Janice grew up here in Rehoboth and is a graduate of the Cape Henlopen High School. We have a picture in our home of Walter from his time as school board president handing Janice her high school diploma.
That was only like 2 years ago.
That's right.
Very young.
But Walter and Jenny, the Hills, so many other folks who have come on board and supported us through the beginning understand something that's very important. They understand the meaning of the word loyalty, and they understand the meaning of the word friendship. And that's been a key part of this campaign, because with loyalty and friendship comes something that's extremely important to me. And I think in this Senate race, the contrast couldn't be more clear, because right now it's coming down to one word, and that word is trust. And over again, what I've been hearing as I've been going door to door is, Ernie, we've seen you. We've seen you at events. We've seen you throughout our neighborhood. We've seen you with your daughters and your wife and your family. And we know that the way you're doing this race, running it on the issues, focused on taking care of our local issues, having an understanding of our local issues here in the Lewes, Milton, Rehoboth, and Dewey area, that's what's going to push you over the top at the end of the day. Unlike others, this was the only office that I was looking for over the course of the last year. Unlike others who were looking to run for U.S. Senate and governor and other things, this was the only office that my friends and family and neighbors and people in my church or in my community approached me about and said, Ernie, please consider serving. Consider stepping forward and doing this. And it's been that support since the beginning that's brought us to this day. This day that's so special, because to have two members of the Delaware State Senate, two current members, who sit there and fight the good fight for us, to keep taxes low, to protect our children and families, to take care of our farmlands and open space, to have two of those individuals, and Senator Dave Lawson and Colin Bonini, come here and say, Ernie, you've earned our trust.
Amen.
You've earned our support.
Absolutely.
And we want you to serve with us.
Yes, sir.
That means the world to me. Before I ask them to come forward and speak, I want to say one thing, and I'm not sure a lot of people realize this, but I'm going to say it since my mother-in-law Judy is here and my father-in-law is here and my daughter Claire is on my father-in-law's shoulders. Our campaign has been about family. Judy's father, Janice's grandfather, his name was Pete Hughes.
Yes, it was.
He was on the first Newcastle County Council. He was on there with some guy named Joe Biden.
We'll forgive him. We'll forgive him.
He did a great job of keeping Mr. Biden
We got rid of
in
him off
line.
the council. Good job.
That's hard to do.
But he was also a member of the Delaware State Senate. And to have family who have served, who worked hard, who understood that the most important thing that you can be doing for your constituents is being a responsive voice and vote for them. That's something that I learned from spending time with Pete Hughes. It's something that I learned from spending time with Bill Roth, who all of us remember Bill Roth. And remember the great work that he did, again, from the ground up in making sure that his constituents came first. This past Monday was the 30th anniversary of the Kemp-Roth tax cut. Nobody understood more than Bill Roth the importance of the people being able to hold on to their money, who understood words and practiced words like stewardship. Right now, we need more stewards in the General Assembly. People who understand that the power of office doesn't come from the individual serving at that desk in Legislative Hall. It comes from all of you, the people. So God bless you, and I appreciate you being here. And Colin and Senator Lawson, I'd love for you to come forward and make some remarks, and thank you for your support and being here today.
Do you wonder why I'm here? You know what I tell people? First of all, I want to say, and I don't know if there's any press here or not, I certainly hope there are, or if not, tell them. I am a lifelong conservative. Anybody who's looked at my record in the state Senate knows that I have been the conservative voice in the Delaware State Senate for close to 18 years. I was actually kind of lonely until Dave came, so thank you, Dave. And I am proud and quite frankly thrilled to support and endorse Ernie Lopez, our next state senator from the 6th. And I could not be more proud, and I'm a conservative. Ernie is a conservative, a common sense conservative. We need those voices in the state Senate, and I'm just thrilled that he's running. Just thrilled that he's running. And when people ask me about the state Senate in the 6th District, and that other guy, and there's a primary on the other side too, you know what I say? Meet Ernie. Meet him, talk to him, and you know what's going to happen? You're going to vote for him. Because you can just tell, just from the comments here, and he's talking about his family, I mean, this is a sincere person who's doing it for the right reasons. And quite frankly, we need a lot more Ernie Lopez's running for office. And Ernie understands the importance of agriculture. He's dedicated his professional life in 4-H, which is an unbelievable organization. We have a small horse farm. Probably a farmette by Sussex standards, but in Kent County it's a farm. We had 4-H kids all the time come and work with our horses and everything. And if you just look at Ernie's background and you get a chance to talk to him, I just think this is exactly the kind of person that we need in public service. And I am thrilled to be here and thrilled to endorse Ernie. And let me tell you, as a conservative, I'm supporting him because he's a fellow conservative. And I will tell you, I get calls from people saying, hey, Colin, will you come and support me? I'm like, no. Because you're not, you don't agree with the values that I think Delaware needs. But Ernie, boom, I was there in a second. It also helped that he was offered me ice cream. I'll say that. But I'll let Dave speak as well. But folks, I am just thrilled to have Ernie running for state senate. I am hoping that he'll let me get as involved in his campaign as in any way that I can, and he's like, well, maybe not always, but September 11th is just the first step. We got to get that done, and then we'll get that done in November. And honestly, folks, I think the 6th District is going to be very, very blessed with Ernie Lopez as their state senator. And Ernie, all kidding aside, I am honored that you think it is worth asking me to support you, and I'm just thrilled to do so. And thank you all so much for coming out to help.
Well, it is my pleasure to be here. I worked out of Sussex County for a number of years as a trooper in this area, and it's good being back home. I got to keep my passport. I really appreciate that. It's been quite an enlightening run. I had never had any idea to be involved in politics. In fact, politics in my way of thinking was a 4-letter word, along with diet. But anyhow. When I get tired screaming at the television, doing no good, like we all, got up finally and said, wait a minute. I went to Senator Cook and said, Senator, we need money to keep our troopers on the road. There's 74 vacancies. She said, let them find their own way. I said, hold that thought. She retired 2 years ago. Okay? Ernie will do that same thing. Ernie will stand up for you. And something I was told when I was in the Senate a very short time, one of the Loviators, that's Bill, what's his name on TV, that's one of his words. He came up to me, he sat down, he's a tall guy, and he lives in Lewes, but he represents something up north. And he says, I want to tell you, Senator, you need friends in here. I said, no, sir, you misunderstand. My friends put me here. Ernie, your friends will put you here. The neat thing with Ernie, he won't forget the friends. We put him there, and he won't forget why he's there. I am impressed with him. I am delighted to support him and endorse him in any way I can. And I hope that I can get him to punch my passport so I can get back down again. Ernie, I'm looking forward to working with you, working alongside, and sharing your thoughts on conservative issues, because that's what we need. We need responsible people in there, stewards that take care of your money. Your money, it's not ours, although you'd think it was theirs by some of the budgets you've seen lately. That's what Ernie will bring to the table, and I'm delighted to be here. I'm honored to be here, and we're going to blow by this next one. In November, it's a walk-in. We got him. All right. One other quick comment. I get a call from Ronnie Drake, his father-in-law. Now, when his father-in-law endorses him too,
That's a good sign.
Thank you, Colin, Dave. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, we're going to get a picture in a minute, but just to let I don't want anybody to go anywhere. We're going to take some time in fellowship, and we're going to be bringing some ice cream out.
Woo! That deserves a hand right there.
We're going to have, if you've never had an ice cream scooped by 2 sitting state senators and 1 future state senator, we're going to be doing it for you right here.
All right.
Stick around. Enjoy the fellowship. God bless you.
Thank
you, guys.
It doesn't make the taste any better.
Sorry. Thank you all so much for being here. God bless you. Stick around. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming. This is great.